Hey, what's up guys, it's Liam or Weagal back with a new video on OP. What we wanted to do was a news series that didn't fill you guys' heads with absolute bullshit because simply we're not being bribed enough to keep our mouths shut about Black Ops 3. We're going to come up with some information in this that is truthful, we'll also tell you exactly what is going on with all this stuff. So we're going to jump straight into it. There's been an interview with Will Wheaton and the Triarch group, but before we get into that, I just wanted to mention the beta is coming out. I'm sure you guys all know by now, and the dates are on the screen. So let's jump straight into this. Vonderhaar, first thing I wanted to mention, looking high as fuck.
Smoke weed every day.
I think that Vonderhaar has probably been using that pre-order money to get himself some extra green before he goes to these interviews to make him all relaxed so he can talk about his new video game. The first real point that Triarch make about this in this interview is that they went to a junkyard to get the sounds for the game.
Sign off on. We had Brian Toohey, our sound designer, came up to us and he goes, and I get this thing that comes across my desk and it says, we're gonna go out to the junkyard and drop cars. And
that's like, dear 10-year-old me, guess what you get paid to do someday?
and I'm like,
Now, as you can tell, they did go to a junkyard, they got it signed off, and they absolutely loved it. They had a great time. My main question about this, right, we're going to have great gun sounds, we're going to have things blowing up, and great sounds of metal banging on metal, because they did it realistically. But here's the thing, have they actually recorded real footsteps at this event, or have they just not put them in this game as well? So around 11.5 minutes into this interview, Vaughn says something very interesting.
Our Call of Duty games, just in general, have some legs after they come out.
Now, I think Vaughn meant to say that Call of Duty has some legs when the game comes out. But I think maybe he's dropping a hint that it's actually got some lags. Let's listen to that again.
Some legs.
I'm not sure if that is inside information or if this game is actually just going to explode when it hits and drops in November, or whether the game will actually have some legs, which would be great because the last two installments lasted about as long as a midget's pinky finger. About 20 minutes into the interview, Vaughn mentions a little bit about hardcore.
That's usually what when they talk to hardcore, that's what they're referring about. So, we're very aware that the hardcore community exists. We still have hardcore game modes. It's still very much a part of the game. And when we get closer to launch and talking about game modes, we'll be in a better position to talk about specifically which game modes will be natively hardcore. You will definitely be able to play all game modes in hardcore. And then
I think this is great news for the hardcore audience, although there are only about 12 people that like to sit in corners, put on their tactical insertion and make sure they've got the best one-shot weapon, so I'm sure them 12 people that play them game modes will be happy. It is good that they're bringing it back. I don't think hardcore is something that is as needed, so hopefully it's just something they kind of throw in at the end and don't spend too much time thinking about, because honestly, who really cares? The last and probably most interesting / not interesting at the same time thing is that in between campaign missions there's going to be a safe house, which they talk about here. They also show off this safe house, what it looks like, and it's interesting because it's never been done before, but it's not interesting because really who gives a shit, right? Oh, look at me, I can put my trophies up on the wall. I think that's the issue with these games nowadays, is that they care more about how things look than how the game actually plays. The last thing I wanted to mention is that it's Hammer Week, so this is unrelated, but this is an Advanced Warfare thing, and Hammer Week, Glenn Schofield and all his gym buddies are going to be sending us some codes and things to redeem and all these new guns that you can pay for and whatever. It's quite funny that they announced this far into the week. It's the 6th anniversary of the game, but who really cares? There's actually more people at the Sledgehammer barbecue than playing their current game. So I hope you enjoyed this news series. I hope it was informational and sarcastic enough and truthful enough for you guys to enjoy. Let me know what you think in the comments and drop a like if you enjoyed. Have a great day as always. Take care and peace, people.